I've been watching Spider-Man movies since I was like 9 years old. I am ready for this new Venom film. It's gonna be Spider-Man versus Venom. It's gonna be awesome. What? Spider-Man's not in the movie. He's not. Who did that? Who said that? Tom Holland? No? Under Ruse? No? Okay. I'm just kidding. I guess I'll stay if it's just Venom. What's my experience of Venom? Spider-Man 3?
Do you remember what you did to me?
We found something. We call them symbiotes. Carlton Drake believes that the union between human and symbiote is the key to our evolution.
I'm feeling really sick. I'm hearing a voice.
Eddie.
You're not real. You were just in my head.
I'm gonna need Mr. Drake's property back.
I don't know.
Why would we do that?
If you're gonna stay, you will only hurt bad people.
The way I see it, we can do whatever we want. Do we have a deal?
Are you willing to sacrifice the one thing you hold most dear? You should be extremely afraid.
What the hell are you?
We are Venom.
Venom is a 2018 comic book film directed by Ruben Fleischer, also the director of Zombieland. Some people in the cast are Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, Riz Ahmed, and Jenny Slate. So, going into this film, I don't know a whole lot about Venom in the comic books. I watched Spider-Man the animated series in the 90s, and I've seen Spider-Man 3, which, you know, we can all love now for what it is, right guys? The ultimate Spider-Man video game that had the Venom option, that was really cool. But in general, I'm going into this film with just the basic understanding of what Venom is. I know it was a Spider-Man, was up in space with Secret Wars, gets a symbiote, comes back down, Venom's a thing, Eddie Brock. Yeah, this movie was such a mixed bag. I have such a mixed emotions. Going into the lead up into this film, I thought the film looked alright enough. As far as the new Spider-Man films, I think the only proven film is Spider-Man Homecoming, which was made with Marvel Studios. So to me, Sony, I'm going into this film a little trepidatious because sometimes they disappoint me. Then about a week or two ago, right before the film comes out, you see some reviews online and people are like dogging it. I was shocked. They compared this film to Catwoman 2004. They compared this film to Fantastic Four 2015. So then I was going into this film with low expectations and ready to have a fun time because Catwoman and Fantastic Fours of the past, like, they suck, yeah, and they were disappointing at the time, but like they've grown in my heart and now they're just kind of fun as like a history. Weren't those the times when we had shitty comic book films? So you've got Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, world-renowned reporter for a news channel or a website. I don't think they actually say, but he's like hot stuff and he gets stuff done and he reports on bad stuff. He's actually kind of an Eddie Brock that I haven't really experienced from adaptations I've seen of the character. Usually I think he's already kind of a dig. He cares about so many different things and that's what he reports on, and he's known for basically blowing the lid off of things that need to be uncovered for justice. Tom Hardy is what holds this film up. A lot of the dialogue with Tom Hardy doesn't even seem like it's scripted. It just, you can tell he's just kind of like making it up on set, and they probably just filmed a lot of him goofing around. And I love that about films, especially like with horror type scary characters. Have fun with it and poke fun at the fact that you're talking to this ridiculous snake looking alien thing. The other actors, Riz Ahmed, Michelle Williams, they do okay jobs, but they're kind of just cardboard copies of characters we've seen in comic book movies for the last 2 decades. And Tom Hardy represents something new in the genre a little bit. The tone of the film's kind of all over the place with like the humor and the darkness, but I feel like they really do reach a certain equilibrium with each other for a lot of the film, but it's usually only when it comes down to Tom Hardy with Venom. Michelle Williams had a bad wig. I feel like that kind of just describes her performance a little bit, unfortunately. I feel like she's just kind of there. She makes choices that I like she doesn't let Eddie get away with certain things, and I'm like, you go girl, but at the same time she's very, very just like stale, and maybe she's just kind of playing the straight man to the whole Eddie Venom thing going on, but she just is kind of, I don't know, so unmemorable and unremarkable, and I kind of just didn't care what happened to her, and I didn't really care if he got back together with her. Riz Ahmed, who played the main antagonist of the film, was okay. I think they were trying to go for this whole Elon Musk sort of character, but I think they could have had a little bit more fun and broadness with it. I mean, it is a comic book film, and being subtle isn't always the best. I gotta say, with all these bad reviews, I'm kind of shocked that I actually had fun with this film. It's not perfect by any means. It is like, has a lot of problems, but there's just so much parts of it that I just kind of bought into, and it's mainly because of Tom. Keeping it PG-13, I think Sony was also trying to see if this film was successful, which it was, that maybe they could cross over into the MCU with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Originally, I was really disappointed, and I really wanted Tom Holland to at least have a cameo in this film, but after seeing it, I'm glad that they've kept it separate. Everything that was done wrong in this film is kind of harmless in the sense that if you go on to a sequel, a lot of that can be amended, and the format can be updated a little bit, where the world around Venom and Tom Hardy is more realized, and maybe then people will be more comfortable putting this Venom into the MCU of Tom Holland. But I can see why right now, even though this film earned a lot of money, we're still on shaky ground, and you know, it's a good start. It's a good start. I didn't think I'd like this film as much as I did, but I had fun with it. It still wasn't great. Well, with the success of this one, Sony's gonna be making more Spideyverse films. We got a Morbius the Living Vampire one coming out with Jared Leto. A Kraven the Hunter movie coming out, and they're saying Spider-Man's gonna be in that one, so that one I'm looking forward to. And of course, we're probably gonna get another Venom, like, definitely. I would totally recommend Venom, especially if you heard of all those horrible reviews saying it's like Catwoman and stuff. Don't listen to those. It's not the best comic book film, but Tom Hardy's performance really makes it worth the watch. I'm proud of you, Sony. I give you like a B- or a C+ or something like that. Like, you did it. So that was my Venom review. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and comment down below what you thought of this film. This film brings out a lot of opinions out of people, and I would like to hear yours. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
We're not gonna finish you yet, Parker.
Listen to me, Brock. You've got...
Stop calling us that! We are Venom now!